Sup guys, how are we all? Trust you're going fantastic. I've got a really cool little metaphor to share with you guys that everyone that has a phone or listens to music would most likely be able to relate to. So how many people have come across this situation, this dilemma before? Yeah? You know, it's a bit of a mess, hey? Like, how the hell am I ever gonna be able to untangle this mess, right? Yeah? And so when we look at this, what else could this potentially remind us of? Well, to me, it reminds us of what life can tend to be like sometimes, yeah? Life can tend to be like this. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is it's full of twists and turns and unknowns and full of curveballs. It throws you some curly ones, right? Life, this thing called life. And so I just want to unpack how we as humans go about daily tasks, or say doing something, or if there's something that we really want to do, how a lot of the time we tend to approach it. And so what we do, guys, is a lot of tasks and things that we want to do in our lives, we approach it far from almost a complete opposite when it comes to untangling, say, a pair of earphones or a bit of rope or electric cable or a cord. And there really isn't much difference in reality, like ultimately. And so how we approach parts of our lives is, well, if we get to that point where we do then approach things in our lives, most of us tend to not get started because we don't have all the information, we don't have all the instructions, we don't have all the certainty, we don't have all the know-how to get started. So most of us move really slowly in a really painful, grinding, screeching manner, right? And a lot of people, many of us, would be too scared to even get started because of how we're going to look, if we're going to be found out, if we're going to be seen fucking up, failing. I mean, right now, I'd just like to insert that there is no such thing as failure, only feedback. Just reflect and look back on situations in your life where you've prolonged, procrastinated, avoided getting started, or if you did, you moved so slow because you didn't quite have it all, and you didn't know enough, you didn't feel like you were capable. Yet, look at this mess. Look at this mess. How the hell am I ever gonna untangle this mess? Even if I look at this, guys, for a good 10 minutes, I'll end up in confusion. I won't know, I guarantee I won't know how to trace the exact recipe, the exact instruction to get it done in one hit. And I don't think you would either. Is that fair to say? It's an absolute mess. Look at it. It's just full of confusion, right? But so now this is where this message gets cool. What do we do? What do we do when we have something like this? You know, a lot of people listen to music, a lot of people have earphones. What do we do? Now I want us to just dive into the behavioral strategy that we use in an impossible situation like this, okay? Well, for one, we're present. For two, we're not up in our head, because we all know that when you're in your head, you're dead, right? We're not analyzing, we're not procrastinating. What do we do, guys? And who are we being? It's almost playful. When you grab a pair of earphones or a cord, you know, and it's a big mess, it's like a whole heap of spaghetti, it's like a tornado of blah. And so what do, guys? We just start playing with it, with curiosity. We start pulling it apart. Oh, and then look, this comes undone. And I don't know what I'm doing. Well, I don't know what the next step is, right? I don't know what the next step is, but I just follow the thread. You know, a guitar won't sound good straight off the bat. First you have to tune it. You have to pluck the strings, go through the twangs, the clunks. And lo and behold, sure enough, we start to untangle it. We start to figure it out. Look how far I've come already. I'm not scared. I'm just playful, I'm curious, and I'm super present with each step. The path will reveal itself when you just get moving. Look at this, guys. We're almost there. Can you believe it? I didn't have any instructions. I had no template, no thing to follow. And I've done it. I did that. And at the start it looked seemingly impossible. If I had stood there for a good 10 minutes and looked at this, I would have ended up in confusion. So what's the message? What's the lesson? What awareness are you taking away from this simple metaphor that you guys can now relate to every day? Well, what it's reiterating and reinforcing and reminding and helping me remember is that we don't have to know it all. We don't have to know the exact sequence, recipe. But we just need to have enough faith, belief, presence, playfulness, okayness within us to just get started and follow the thread. To give up procrastination, prolonging, waiting, and all other unresourceful embodiments, right? Next time you untangle a pair of earphones, untangle a cord or a piece of rope, whatever it might be, or just try and observe the strategy that you bring into it. And even now, I actually encourage you, and I probably should have mentioned it at the start, but that's okay. Next time you have to untangle something, just notice the strategy, the embodiment, the behavior, who you're being and what you're doing in that moment to actually create success around what looked like and appeared to be a seemingly impossible task. Notice what you bring to the table, guys. And then, guys, the cool thing is, take that strategy, that mindset, that embodiment to that other thing in your life that you're procrastinating with, that you're prolonging, that you're not taking care of sooner rather than later. Trust this message has served you guys well out there, and that now every time you look or have a piece of earphones or a piece of cord or rope and you have to untie it, once again reinforce and remind yourself that life can tend to be like this. And it's not about knowing it all and having it all and being enough. It's just about getting started and having that little bit of faith to follow the thread and see where it takes you. It will take you to your success. It will take you to your fulfillment. It will take you where you need to go as long as you take the first step. Super looking forward to hearing from you guys, seeing how you guys relate to this, what insights come out of this video for you guys, what specific penny dropped, and any other cool stuff that you'd like to share. I'm really looking forward to hearing from you guys. Thank you all. Love you so much. Remember, this is your creative playground.